Welcome back to Cold Trail's Diary. Tonight, we delve into a place where the past isn't just a memory. It's a trap. It's a place where you can check in, but you can never truly leave, because soon there will be no you left to remember. We're talking about the Sundown Motel and its infamous Room 317. Our story begins with found footage, a collection of digital fragments left behind by those who vanished. The first is from a vlogger named Leo, a young man documenting his cross-country road trip on a shoestring budget. His camera pans across a desolate highway at dusk, the neon sign of the Sundown Motel flickering like a dying heartbeat. "All right, guys," Leo says, his voice tired but cheerful. "Mileage is catching up to me. Found this place, the Sundown Motel. Looks a little vintage, but hey, a bed is a bed. The sign says vacancy, so I'm diving in. I'll check back in once I'm settled. Wish me luck." The next clip shows the inside of a room. It's dated, with faded floral wallpaper and a heavy, musty air you can almost smell through the screen. Okay, so this is it. Room 317. It's cozy, Leo says with a nervous laugh. Got this weird feeling, though. Like I've been here before. You know, that intense déjà vu? It's probably just exhaustion. I'm gonna crash. See you all in the morning. But there is no morning for Leo. His channel went silent. His family filed a missing person report. When police investigated the Sundown Motel, the manager, a gaunt, unblinking man, claimed he'd never seen Leo. The guest ledger for that night showed room 317 was empty. Leo's car was gone. It was as if he had simply driven on, vanished into the night. But he left his camera behind, tucked away under the mattress. A year later, another traveler, a musician named Chloe, finds herself at the Sundown. Her footage, recovered from her laptop, tells a chillingly similar story. "Road is a cruel mistress," she says, her face illuminated by her screen. "Cars making a weird noise, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Saw this motel sign. Guess it's my only option." We then see her inside the very same room. The same wallpaper, the same worn-out carpet. "I'm in room 317, she whispers, her eyes wide. "And this is going to sound crazy, but I swear I've been in this exact room. I can almost remember the pattern on the curtains, the crack in the ceiling. It's not just déjà vu. It's like a memory I can't quite grab." Chloe decides to document the feeling. She pans her camera around the room, zooming in on a small, dark stain on the carpet near the bed. "This stain," she says, her voice trembling slightly. "I know this stain. I spilled coffee here once. But that's impossible. I've never been to this state before." Her final recording is frantic. The video is shaky, filmed in near darkness. "Someone was at my door," she pants. "I didn't see them, just a shadow under the gap. I tried to call the front desk, but the phone is dead. And the door won't open. It's not locked from the outside. It just won't budge. It's like the room doesn't want me to leave." The video cuts out. Like Leo, Chloe was never seen again. A police investigation hit the same dead end. No record of her stay. No sign of her or her car. She was erased. The pattern continues. We have footage from a retired couple, a college student, a salesman. Each one finds their way to the Sundown Motel. Each is assigned room 317, and each experiences that same profound, unsettling sense of having been there before. They remember details they couldn't possibly know. One man recalls a specific squeak in the floorboards. A woman remembers the exact number of hangers in the closet. These aren't just memories. They're echoes. Residual imprints left behind from a stay they've already had in a timeline that has been reset. The horror of room 317 isn't a ghost or a monster waiting in the closet. The horror is the room itself. It's a mechanism, a temporal anomaly that traps its occupants in a loop. When you check into room 317, You live out your stay. You sleep in the bed. You use the shower. Maybe you spill some coffee. Then, at some point, the loop resets. You find yourself back on that highway, tired and looking for a place to rest. You see the flickering sign of the Sundown Motel, a beacon in the darkness. You check in, and the clerk, who seems to look right through you, hands you the key to room 317. You walk into the room and feel a strange sense of familiarity. You don't know why. Your memory has been wiped clean of your previous stay, but traces remain, the ghost of a memory, a whisper of déjà vu. Each time the loop resets, you are diminished. A piece of you is left behind, absorbed by the room. Your memories, your identity, your very existence are slowly scraped away, layer by layer. You are being erased, not just from the world, but from yourself. The people looking for you find nothing, because in this reality, your journey never led you to the Sundown Motel. You simply disappeared somewhere else along the road. The final piece of footage is the most disturbing. It comes from a man named David, a skeptic who heard the urban legends about room 317 and decided to investigate. He went in armed with cameras, audio recorders, determined to debunk the myth. His first video log is confident. Okay, day one in the infamous disappearing room. It's just a grimy motel room. Nothing supernatural here. I'll set up my gear and wait for something to happen. Spoiler alert, it won't. But by the third day, his tone has changed. He looks gaunt, sleep-deprived. I can't sleep, he says, rubbing his eyes. Every time I close my eyes, I have these flashes, not dreams. More like memories. But they're not mine. I remember being a young man on a road trip. I remember being a musician with a broken-down car. I remember being a salesman late for a meeting. He's not just experiencing déjà vu. He's experiencing the memories of the others. The room is feeding him the remnants of its previous victims. He is becoming a composite of all who came before him. In his final chilling entry, David sits on the edge of the bed, staring blankly at the camera. His face is a hollow mask. I know this room, he says, his voice flat and emotionless. I've always been in this room. My name is, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The road was long. I was tired. I saw a sign. A bed is a bed. He is reciting Leo's first words, and then Chloe's, and then the others. He has been fully consumed. He is no longer David. He is just another echo, another layer of paint on the walls of room 317. The footage ends as he gets up and calmly walks out of the camera's view. We hear the faint click of the door, and then silence. David's equipment was found, but he, like all the others, was gone. What is room 317? Is it a gateway to another dimension? A conscious entity that feeds on memory? Or is it simply a glitch in the fabric of time, a place where causality breaks down? We don't have the answers. All we have are these digital ghosts, these warnings from people who no longer exist. So if you're ever driving down a lonely highway at night and you see a flickering neon sign for a cheap motel, you might want to just keep driving. Because some places don't just take your money for the night. They take everything else too, forever. Thanks for joining us on Cold Trails Diary. If these stories fascinate you, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay safe and be careful which doors you open.